What's up guys, Eric here. I'm back for another VOD review. As always, if you're interested in getting coaching, check out my Metafy. The link is the first one in the description down below. I offer live sessions where we actually hop on a call together, VOD reviews, which is what we're doing today, and also training plans, which are big bundles of multiple sessions if you want to buy in bulk. You also get 10% off your Twitch sub and another 10% off if you are buying more than one session at a time. That being said, we're going to hop into this session, same student as my last video. Checking Namzi again, which I love, very diligent. It's going to be Evoker Namzi again, so I'm not going to buy that unit because I don't want to lose the game. So yeah. Our first shop's pretty nice. I am really interested in just the Skarner pair plus the Talia here, personally. I love an Astral Opener, love a Lagoon Opener, so either one of those sounds amazing to me, honestly. We hit a Nunu plus a Zyra here. The Mirage was Warlord, so I mean, I'd actually look at holding the Nunu potentially. It can be a very strong opener, especially because you can farm Warlord stacks on minions, right? So you can just put Nunu in and get an extra stack for Warlords here. That being said, we get double Skarner, double Vlad, so I'm definitely looking at potentially playing an Astral opener here, if we can find one more. Seems like it might be a similar game to last game, where we play an Astral opener, ideally an AP Astral opener, and then position it, or transition it to Deja later. I think that's what they said they do. Okay, I mean, personal training is a bit awkward here. I do really love this augment, just because it gives you an Olaf. You can start stacking up Olaf immediately. It's also really good with Astral Opener. Items are a bit awkward, but it could just be Locket Slam. Jade Heart's not terrible either. I don't really like playing Jade. I don't think you're... Okay, I don't think you're allowed to pass this augment up, though. Like, if you look at the stats on personal training, it's the third highest win rate augment in the game when taken first. I think you honestly just take this and force Olaf from this spot. But you're going to roll because you're not really comfortable playing that out, which is fine. Cluttered Mine and Swift Shot, Crest are both really good. I think Swift Shot might be slightly better. No, it's actually slightly worse. Okay, so Cluttered Mine's better here. And it's a more general augment, so I'd be happy to take that. And it makes sense in our position. So that's actually fine. You generally don't want to hit too many 2-stars. We should definitely get either Bruiser or the Nasus in here. Which one's better? Probably just Nasus plus Leona, right? Play Nasus and Leona over the 2 Astrals. And I'm happy to have a backline here. Probably Ezreal. Nasus, Leona, Ezreal, Slam JG. And then just play some kind of AP opener with Ezreal. Because this board's way weaker than the board that we could play. I know maybe you're looking to play for Lost Streak, but we could play an okay board here. Like, how is this board ever going to kill a unit? Maybe I'll eat my words. Maybe Talia can pop. No. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's much worse. Are there any units that I really care about holding here? Yeah, I might hold, like, Karma over Zyra here. I generally want to hold 1-cost units with Cluttered Mine so that my bench is as cheap as possible. I have access to as much gold as possible. But yeah. Oh, that's a Zippy. I think the Zippy unit is broken. Like, just not gonna lie. Like, I would play Zippy here. I'd play Zippy plus Nasus. Plus, you know, like Ezreal probably, and that would just be my board. And also getting in the Nunu could be potentially, like, isn't our board supposed to just be like Nasus, Leona, Nunu, plus some kind of damage dealer, like probably still Ezreal, or just get the Zippy in? I think either one of those is fine. Yeah. And yeah, like, we haven't slammed any items here, I guess because, like, maybe we're looking to play Lost Streak or something. But yeah, I think your game can be very different if you just buy Zippy here. Such a good unit. I mean, I like getting in Bruiser, definitely. But no need to play around Astral when we don't have Astral. Okay, we even won. Interesting. Okay, I mean, there's a Yone. Sejuani is good. Like, definitely Sedge over Vlad, though. I mean, yeah, we can get Astral in here. And then just play Bruisers over Talia, probably. They have some HP. Especially because we won already. I've never before have I seen meta TFT say there's a 0% chance to win. That's hilarious. I mean, this fight does kind of look like a 0% chance to win, but that's, like, so funny. Yeah. We're taking a bit of damage. I think we could have played a stronger early board and saved some HP, but it's not the end of the world. 86 after 2 rounds isn't bad. We have JG plus this. Okay. We look to build Gwynsu's here again on a 3-cost. I think that's fine. I mean, if you'd slam the JG, you could build, like, Sunfire here or Protector's Vow. But I mean, Gwynsu here is very good. It's just, like, one of the most flexible items in the game. Just play it on everything. Okay, and you find a Lux here. So I wonder now what you're gonna do though, because Gwynso and Lux is like kind of eh. We should definitely play Bruiser here, of course, over Leona. And it's Warlords, so something like a JG is even better. But yeah, I would have liked to slam JG earlier, and then this just becomes like Protector's Power Sunfire. I think that would have been a better way to use our items, because now we're stuck with Glove and Vest, Chain Vest. It's like, they're okay items. Okay, so the Karma. Another Skarner, who cares? But yeah, and I also just think Ezreal's like a better item holder, though I mean, it's fine for now. The Nasus 2 is definitely better than the Leona, but I still think Bruiser's better than both, actually, just because of the amount of stats it gives your entire team. And we're also not, like, full win streak, full loss streak here, so, like, if we lose our loss streak, it's not the end of the world. I'd prefer to just save some HP. Like, this board with Malphite would still lose, but maybe we'd have enough frontline to kill another unit. It's tough. But yeah. Overall, not too bad. 76, 3 loss streak, decent items slammed. Ezreal 2 is pretty good. Like, I would honestly look to start carrying Ezreal here. Okay, now we have the Lux pair, so we could look at that as well. I would sell. Okay, this is like small optimizations. I would sell these 2 units here when we pick up the orb so that they don't splat into gold. Because you could potentially get units here that you care about. Like, what if this was like a Lux plus something, or like Leona 2 or something? And then you can just rebuy these units to fill up your bench at the end of the round. It's a little bit high APM gameplay, but you can do it. Holy high roll. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so now we just have Deja and a random Leona. I think leveling up is reasonable. Oh, but now we can't. We can't Cluttered Mind here, right? Was there? Yeah, because we sold those Malphites, we can't make Cluttered Mind value here. That's a bit sad. Because we definitely still want to keep Cluttered Mind for as long as possible. Okay, so just Gwynsu's JG. And probably just IE JG our items here. And ideally we find something that heals us. But yeah, I mean, such an early Deja is so good. Our positioning is a little bit sus, but it's fine. It actually works out versus this person, so that's good. Okay, we lose it on Cluttered Mind round. Badge. I mean, Jewel Lotus is like the only takeable one here. Yeah, I don't think Heroic Presence really does very much. I know Jewel Lotus is a little bit awkward because you already have JG, but like it's fine. It gives you a chance for free. I mean, I guess not for free because you like have to spend the augment, but like, yeah, not so bad. Like, once again, we're playing this 4 Guardian variation, and I think I mean, it's actually fine right now. Like, I think this board's pretty decent right now, but just late game, wow, and 100% win chance. Man, the meta TFT tracker is getting bold. But yeah, like, I think late game, this board's gonna fall off. And if it's anything like the last game you played, I'm sure you're gonna stick with 4 Guardians for far too long, and then our board's gonna fall off late game. But I mean, overall, right now, this is a really good spot. Could play Zac over Braum, but I honestly think Braum might be better. But yeah, holding on to the Zac is fine. And we don't really need any of these units. I would honestly, if we ever get the opportunity, like sell Lux for a 1 cost, which we have, like I said, like more 1 costs on our bench. They're just cheaper to hold. But yeah, I mean, really good spot. If we had built, if we had taken Jeweled Lotus, I mean, like, our other option is Hodge here for healing as opposed to IE. It's Warlords. I don't know. IE seems so good. It's probably just IE every time. But I mean, Hodge is not bad either. A tier could also just become Protector's Vow. Or Sunfire is also very good. So I'm down for tier or a Giant Spell tier. Yeah, Giant Spell looks good. We have no form of healing reduction, so that's nice. And it's also on a Zac, I guess, if you're much of a Zac lover. Yeah, I'm down to sell the Braum here and put the Zac in so we have Zac pair. Or yeah, even just do this so that we can hold the Braum as well. Okay, that's even better, yeah. It seems quite reasonable to level here. The problem is, like, what are we actually going to level for? Yeah, I think it's okay to not, but, like, I don't know. It's going to cost you 1 gold to level up here. But yeah, the problem is we just don't have anything to put in. I think our board's strong enough to win anyway. We should definitely level next round. Oh yeah, we can pre-level it here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Still nothing really interesting to put in. Just another Guardian. Cool. It seems like we're just gonna go fast 8 here. No, there's nothing else you'd put in here, right? I think another Guardian's fine. Buy more time for Deja to scale up with a Gwinsu. This is really, like, this is actually such a high roll to hit the Deja early because it's Warlords, right? So now our Deja's all stacked up. Like, that's so big in this comp. When it's Warlord to get a Deja early enough that you can still win fights. So that's so good for us. We just have to find our good late game board, like Twitch, which is way better than one of the Guardians here. So I would definitely play that here over just Braum. Just the extra attack speed is so big, and like a 4th Guardian is not going to do anything. Okay, I'm good we buy the Twitch. I would do the thing again where I like sell some units just so that these don't splat into gold, but it's, you know, not the end of the world. Itis can be really good. We should check what Itis is. I don't like selling Twitch. Oh, it's Goldmancers? Okay, yeah, you definitely play the Itis here then. Yeah, I mean, you can just play Itis over like any 2 random Guardians like these two, put the Sunfire on it. You get Goldmancer Staff on your Deja with so much gold in the bank, like it's 10 times stronger. Okay, like obviously not 10 times, but like a lot of times stronger. Especially with JG, right? Making like a bigger crit on the AP. It can also give you enough gold. So like, especially because our only source of damage in this comp is Deja, like Deja might farm us like 6 gold here. And then that just makes going like potential like fast 9 possible. Oh. I mean, we're 76 HP. Yeah, I'm actually down for the Curse Crown angle. So yeah, you kind of have to send it and roll here, because if you lose any fights, your game is over. But I'm down for this. I would keep rolling. I mean, obviously pick up the Deja, keep rolling, look for good units. Like this board kind of sucks. Look at the Hecarim, I would definitely say. Yeah, it looks like you're really never the same board every game, which is this like Guardians Deja board, and I'm just not sure that this board is that good. When you could look to play more Mirages, or I mean, eventually you could get Gildan, though I'm not here. But I would like hold the Hecarim here, because like 6 Guardian, sure, it's a nice buff. The problem is we have to play 1, 2, 3, 4 units that are kind of fake. Like Leona's okay to play because she's Mirage, but like pretty much, yeah, Zac plus Braum plus Nasus are just, in my opinion, just like not really units. And I know we took this augment, but I don't even think this augment is that good. Like if you look how much damage your Guardians are doing here, I'm sure it's not that much. But yeah, like we can hold the Hecarim here. We can hold I mean, you can even potentially make a pivot to Xayah here, though. It's a bit awkward, but like we could held units for the Xayah pivot potentially. But yeah, I would just keep rolling, because if we lose fights, we can definitely just like die very quickly. The only issue is we run out of gold, but like I'd much rather hit Deja 2 and like Zippy 2 and Jace 2 and have a little bit less gold and then farm it back up than have nothing and not those units. So yeah. What do we want here? IE still, probably. You could keep the Goldmancer staff on. Like Gargoyles is probably fine as well. So IE or Gargoyles probably. TG's not the worst either, but then we lose the glove. Declaw's fine depending on the lobby. I haven't actually like I don't think we've scouted that much to know actually how good Declaw is here. Yeah, once again, Jace would be really good. Like Shyvana you can hold. Could become a 4 dragons game pretty easily. I think the Itis 2 is big. But yeah, I would think about, I mean, I would definitely hold the Shyvana here. Because you can essentially just pivot to a board where it's like Itis, Rakan, Shyvana, and then dragons. Which is really quite good, right? Like 4 dragons plus Rakan. Especially if you had Deja 2. And then at 9 you can just have like a Yasuo. That's a very easy way to cap out our board very high. Like surely Shyvana is stronger than Braum plus Nasus here, right? And then you could just play literally this board with Shyvana on instead. Even though it's a 1-item Shyvana, she's going to CC a lot. And then you could get like Jason over Seraphine. Okay, hitting this 2-star, especially with Itis 2-star as well, you can probably just go 9 in this spot, especially with the extra gold you're generating off of the Shimmer Scale item and from the Cluttered Bench, Cluttered Mind. So I'm completely fine to just go 9 here. Ooh, Zeke's plus nothing. I mean, let's think about this for a second. Zeke's, I mean, imagine if you have Shiv, right? It's like Zeke's IE, then the only problem is Shojin isn't that great on Shiv. It's not the worst thing. I don't think this is actually very good. Yeah, I think it's fine to reroll this. Like the Zeke's is good, everything else kind of sucks. Okay. I'm I'm just interested in what we're going to do with the IE now. And the Zeke's is obviously good. Okay. I think it's a bit preemptive to go 9 here, actually. We don't have any gold to roll down, really. I think Bard's fine. But yeah, then, like, we're going to pop this off and put IE on. Okay, I actually like that. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's actually quite good. The Shojin's a little bit but I mean, on Bard, it's quite good. Okay, I'm happy with this, actually. 100% win chance, Pog. Yeah, because since we're going to go 9 here, I mean, like, I probably would have waited a few rounds, but you do probably want a real item on Deja eventually. I was thinking of potentially just keeping the Gold Lancers on Deja the entire game, but not that realistic, actually. So I'm actually pretty happy with this play. I still don't like the Guardians, though. I mean, yeah, Yasuo and Soraka, I would just play over 2 Guardians. Like, it's just Nasus and Braum just don't do anything this late. No, there's no way. Like, Bard is... Oh my god. Please. Yeah, I would just get these Guardians out. It's actually a pretty strong board we're fighting. It's also... I mean, we're 76 HP, but Soraka could help counteract the First Crown Syndrome where we lose a random fight and just die. That'd be nice. And the Yasuo is just such a good unit. I don't know why you skip over Yasuo in this Mirage comp. Quite surprising. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be similar to last game, where, like, okay, I see these Jaces, but we're probably going to roll over them. Like, even Seraphine, I'm not that crazy about playing. I would definitely play, like, I don't know, there's a lot of other units that you could play over Seraphine. I mean, Seraphine 2 is good, though. But if you hit, you know, like, Yasuo 2, you'd always play it. Okay. Relatively close fight, actually, but... Yeah, we kind of wreck. Okay, no, I mean, Deju's 100% HP. Maybe it's not that close. But yeah, like, I don't think we need to go 9 to win these fights. I think I would have gone 9, like, here. It's a bit risky, but I mean, you're 76 HP, so, like, even if you take a bad loss, it's not like you're going to instantly die. Locket's fine there. What were other options? I'm fine with Locket here, personally. Okay. Why don't you sell this Bard instead of selling, like, a Nasus? Come on. What? Yeah. I think you are over indexing on 6 Guardian as being good. And, like, I know you took this augment, but, like, I mean, yeah, we can look here. Like, how much damage does Nasus do in this fight using the augment? Actually, kind of close. Our Deja almost got wrecked. We're fine. Okay. So Nasus dealt 489 damage. Braum dealt 611. Like, it's not relevant whatsoever. And you could even say, like, okay, like, how much did Idis do? Because maybe, like, okay, they didn't do a lot, but Idis did a lot. No, Idis did 785 damage. Leona did 1,117 damage. Even Zac, which, I mean, looks like he kind of popped off. Maybe he got multiple Guardian shields. 1,700 damage. It's just not relevant when you could be playing, like, a Yasuo and a Soraka here, which could be healing you and all of your units. So, yeah. That person had a Nunu 3. We might lose to them. I mean, it definitely seems like we can lose to them. Hopefully we can go top 2 here, though. Maybe the other player just dies, unless that was the other player. Okay, no, this is second place. Actually, there's a 78% chance to win. It's interesting. Kind of close. We do win it. Nice. I mean, our augments are better than... I mean, one of our augments is better than theirs. We also have Idis 2, whereas they just have the Nunu 2. I feel like their board's going to cap out higher. We'll see. I also didn't see exactly what else they have on their board. Last Whisper is pretty meh, but that's okay. I mean, it was 73 gold to roll here. Infinite improvement that we can make on our board. Oh, you're looking to remove her here to put the Goldmancer staff back on? I don't think so. I don't think that makes sense. I think we just roll down here and improve our board. Oh, and you would always... yeah, no, I mean, I just wouldn't make this play. Because now we have a dead IE, as opposed to just having a random Goldmancer staff somewhere, which, I mean, we could just roll and get so much value out of the rolls, because our board needs to be way stronger. So it does look like the Guardians, they do be tanking. Like, we could just have such a better board with less Guardians. Like, Bard in here, Aushin 2, or Dragon's Angle, Terra would be great. I don't really have a unit to put any of these items on, which is rough. keep saying we're gonna lose to this person, but we actually stomped him last time. We have 2 Mystic in. We could have 3 in. Oh, yeah, that Nyla. Oh, that Nyla was almost a problem, but then she died. Okay. This is one of those situations where I think the meta TFT tracker might just have it wrong. Okay, so they're dead. 84 HP. Yasuo and a Brilliant Soul. Oh, we actually cut them. Hog. I'm so happy. And then just Soraka in. Actually, I mean, it's the Seraphine, right? I mean, this is fine. Okay, I'm happy that we cut some of the Guardians. We're still playing Zac, which is a bit rough late game, but I'm happy that we cut some of them. Close fight. You of course take a lot of damage because of Curse Crown. Most of these items suck. I guess Static Shiv is fine. You missed the item because your unit's so big. Hilarious. Okay. But yeah, I would keep rolling here. Bard is obviously really good. But yeah, I mean, I would like to take Zac out for like Bard 2 and then this out for like Yasuo 2. I'm also pretty skeptical about playing the Aurelion Soul here when we could just play a Terra for more frontline. I mean, you just play whatever 2-star big dragon you hit. Also, Zoe's not that much of a unit here, I would say. Without Mage, I just don't like her very much. So I would definitely look to not play her here. According to Meta TFT, this can be a rough loss. Yeah, it was. Down to 20. Holy shit. Okay, we did hit both of these guys 2-star. So now you can just pivot out of Deja, honestly. I really don't like playing too many damage-based dragons just because you know, we lack a frontline here. It's kind of the issue. Like, Leona and Zac being our frontline is really rough, especially when our Itis just got eaten. Yeah, it's like the problem is we just have no frontline. Like, imagine if our frontline is like Yasuo 2, we have like Shyvana 2 or Terra 2 or something to CC their whole team. You have like a Jace 2 or something, then our board can be a lot stronger. Okay, so overall, pretty well played game. I mean, it was a bit high roll because we hit the early Deja. I really think your biggest issue in both of these games, something very easy for you to work on, is to start being a bit more flexible with your late game plan. I mean, I think you're relatively flexible here, pivoting into the dragons. I think you just have to get out of some of these guardians. I don't know why you love these guardians so much, but like the only guardians I would play late game are Itis or Khan. Like you can play these two. I'm very happy with that. But get this guy out, because Leona can just turn into Yasuo late game, especially with Deja in. And then Zac can just turn into like literally anything. Like, wouldn't our board be 1,000 times better if we just cut these 2 units, put in like a Yasuo, put in Seraphine, and then we could cut Soraka for like Bard or something and have a bunch of... What's the comp that we were losing to, by the way? It was that Deja comp that I said that was going to outscale us, right? Like we'd have 3 Mystic in here instead, and we'd have Evoker in. Or we could have had Soraka too. Like we decided to not roll here, but I don't think the value of the like I think we can cap out our board way stronger here with like 2-star Terra as well as like a frontliner as opposed to one of these dragons. I think when you play 4 dragons, you play like 2 backline dragons and then like 1 frontline dragon. It's usually like Terra or Itis. And then like Shyvana usually is like sort of like CC dragon. You could also just play 2 frontline dragons like Itis plus Terra. But yeah, really interesting game. I'm happy to see it, but I think just stop playing these guardians late game. They're just not like, usually when you're at stage 6, it's kind of a red flag if you have 1 or 2 cost units on your board, unless they're like insane synergy bots. But like instead of this Leona, you could get the same synergy. I mean Guardian, but like who cares? You get the same Mirage synergy by just playing a Yasuo, which would be infinitely better. And you could even use the Last Whisper decently. And like Zac as well, he's giving you no synergy except for the 4th Guardian, but it's just 4 Guardian is not a big enough synergy that you need to play these units. But yeah, interesting games. Hope you enjoyed the review. If I post this on YouTube, hope YouTube enjoyed it as well. And yeah, check out my Metafy. All right, catch you next time.